Hello guys, welcome to a new video, and today it's a video since a long time. That's because this has been going on. As you saw from the last video, the S54 wasn't in too good of a shape, and now it's back, completely rebuilt. And I'm gonna tell you what was going on with the engine. You may be quite surprised. I'll tell you guys what happened. That you see this box with pistons already suggested something. Let me just grab one. This one's fairly okay. This one. If you can see on the bottom of the piston itself, there's all sorts of pitting and just a lot of carbon buildup on the piston itself, where on the skirt. And remember, these were brand new pistons from Wolfsner. And what caused this is this. Let's see it on camera. Can you see it? That little metal thing used to be an oil sprayer on the bottom of the engine, spraying oil, maintaining oil pressure. So the Wolfsner skirt design is not the best, which means it hit the oil sprayer. I don't know how I missed this, because I did turn the engine when I built it, like try turn it, and there were no sounds. I checked it, no sounds. So maybe if they got hot and expanded, then it hit, or I don't freaking know. But it's sort of on me, sort of on Wolfsner, because I read the instruction and there's nothing about oil sprayers not fitting, so fantastic. But yeah, nothing we can do about it now, no need to whine about it. Also, because of the low oil pressure, because of course the oil sprayers are also there to keep oil pressure, the bearings in the rods got completely destroyed, also in the crank, and that caused the rods to go oval as well, so there shouldn't be an edge here. Probably can. Between the cap and the rod, but there is, so the rods were fucked as well. So yeah, new rods, new pistons, new oil squirters, new bearings, and then everything checked again. Yeah. And of course clearing all the debris out of the oil pan, because there's so much metal in the oil pan. But yeah, that's the story. So we're back. Engine is good now, or should be good. It's done by a professional this time, not by an idiot like me. And we can get started. So let's get the engine on the hoist, attach the gearbox, and just throw it into the car. Let's put the flywheel on. So I just tried the gearbox on and it fits, which means the clutch plate is sitting well. So what we're going to do now is take each bolt out one by one, put some Loctite on it and torque it to spec. Or first bolt all the bolts down so the plate is sitting correct, and then torque them down so the torque value is correct. And then we can put the gearbox on. So yeah, let's get them out and torque to spec. So it's time. The gearbox is on. I think most of the sensors that I have access now are on. Nothing else really. So we're just gonna drop it in. Hopefully everything goes well. We'll see. Ja, waar zit het? Alrighty, time to put this on. Now it's time to put the oil filter housing on. Now it's time to do some fun. Let's put the ITBs back on. And probably with the ITBs back on it looks a lot more like the engine it is. So tape off. Okay, so what we did, wiring harness, ITBs, and on the ITBs there was already the fuel rail, the injectors, and I plugged the wiring for the injectors on, actuator for the throttle bodies, coolant lines or coolant channels, I don't know, starter, fuel line, NOx sensors, all sorts of sensors. I still need to put these in. Let's put that in. Alright, sensors. What we're going to do right now is put the headers on, and then yeah, we'll have that out of the way, and then we'll continue with probably the spark plugs, the ignition coils, and the wiring for the ignition coils, which is here. Hook that up there, the lambda cables, sensors, should need to connect here. They are looking pretty good. So let's do the headers, then the wiring, ignition coils, stuff like that. I keep this one off so I don't forget to put the oil filter in, because there's no oil filter in right now. Of course we need to put the power steering reservoir back on. And then we are getting close. Alright, now it's time to torque down the spark plugs. So I attach the valve cover and then some heat shield for the exhaust manifold and this little hose for the coolant reservoir. So what I'm going to do now is something less fun, and that is the slave cylinder for the clutch and the drive shaft. So I can't really film under the car, so I'm just going to do it and not film it, but let's do that so we get that out of the way and we can move on further to the engine. I think what's left is alternator, power steering pump, power steering reservoir, water pump pulley, then the belt, and then of course the intake manifold. And then I think we're done engine wise. So let's keep moving. Now it's time for the power steering. Before I forget, let's put the oil filter in. Now it's time to put the beautiful carbonious intake on. So these can. Alright, that's on. Alright, radiator is in, of course with the fan, disconnected reservoir. The fan is wired back in. Yeah, so hoses for the radiator, and then I think the cooling system is done. Then we'll do the kidney grills back on, headlights. Then we are getting closer and closer. Of course we need to do the plate there, wipers. some interior stuff. So let's keep moving. So I pulled the car outside to prepare for first start. I added oil, water, connected the battery, undid the ignition, not the ignition, but the fuel injectors, so we can crank the engine without turning it over and without spraying fuel in the engine. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous, but should all be alright. So let's get started. Okay, let's go. Yeah, as you can see, the car is back in the garage. I did a test round, got everything up to temperature, and then came back. Yeah, it's all looking really good so far. So yeah, so excited. Some things, not really. So next up is we need to run in the engine about 1,000 kilometers, then change the oil, and then we can fully use the potential of the engine. What else? Yeah, so I'm gonna let it cool down now. Tomorrow I'm gonna check oil, check water, check power steering fluid, check if there are no leaks under the car, and then we're gonna drive again. And then 1,000 kilometers, and then we're good to go. So thank you guys for watching the video. Sorry there wasn't a video for 2.5 months. That's because I was waiting on the engine, and luckily the waiting paid off. So yeah, I'm gonna run in the engine. I'm gonna make some more changes to the car or finish some stuff, and then we are gonna hit the track very soon. So thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.